Here is my disclaimer. The things stated in this video are my own personal opinions. I'm not a psychologist, and although I do believe I'm able to provide pretty good insight on certain issues, I am in no way qualified to talk about them, and my opinions and thoughts are just that, opinions and thoughts. I would also like to state that I am absolutely using The Rewired Soul as a scapegoat to make a certain segment of this video and to talk about a topic that is very near and dear to my heart. I also kind of want to talk about his drama as well. I'm not looking for attention here, but there's things I'd like to say because I just have a lot of opinions crammed into my tiny little pea brain. So a few nights ago, before I went to sleep, I saw the Viewer's Voice make a few posts on the community tab on his YouTube channel about The Rewired Soul. I remember digging into Chris's drama with Trisha Paytas when it initially happened back in January, and I was honestly surprised that it had came back and is now relevant again. I also wrote a lot of the script before the Viewer's Voice posted his video about The Rewired Soul, and I finished this script after I watched that video. I don't care for The Rewired Soul. I don't have a personal vendetta against him or anything like that. He's just a dude trying to make a living, and I respect that, but I just don't like his attitude, nor do I care for the vibe he gives me. I get gut feelings on everyone, and he's always given me a bad vibe, so I don't watch his videos, nor do I pay more attention to him than necessary. The Viewer's Voice, though, piqued my interest about this and reminded me that I wanted to make a video on this topic. I know that this is a drama channel and I could take the bait with any bit of drama that happened and talk about it, but as much as I can, I'd love to make all of my videos constructive and not just make them for the sake of making them. This is one of those occasions where I have a chance to make a video and to make it constructive and to make it mean something to me. Of course, that doesn't mean I'm not going to talk about Chris's drama with the big drama channels though. I also don't like Trisha Paytas. I don't hate her, but I dislike her. She gives me a bad vibe as well. And she's quote-unquote problematic, which normally I don't really care about. Like, I'm not about to be out here supporting someone disgusting like Harvey Weinstein, but if someone's done problematic stuff in the past and they've obviously grown and moved on from it, then I'm totally down to give them the benefit of the doubt. With Trisha, it's like, she doesn't blatantly mess up, not always, but she's consistently not the kind of person that I want to rally behind, so I make the conscious decision not to watch her videos or to support her. I saw that video in January where Trisha relayed the common sentiment, once an addict, always an addict, about The Rewired Soul, and from what I remember, he took offense to this. I don't blame him at all for that. I'd be offended if I were a recovering addict and someone said that about me, but it would be more or less in the huffing and puffing sort of way before I would take it upon myself to sit down and to marinate in it for a while. Here's the thing though, that sentiment is absolutely true. I'm not going to ramble on about this for too long, but once you fall into addiction, at least in my opinion, you're always going to struggle with that. Every single day, you're going to have to wake up and make a decision on whether or not to continue with your recovery. And some days it's going to be easy, and others it won't be. And yeah, you might relapse. It happens. That doesn't mean you're always going to be in a bad place where you're using, though. But, like I said, once you become an addict, that's something you're going to have to live with for the rest of your life. But it can get easier and better. There's such a stigma built up around being an addict or an alcoholic. I don't think it's good to be either of those things, but I don't think people should be demonized so relentlessly for struggling with addiction. And I don't think it was right of Trisha to call Chris out over his addiction problems, because stuff like that is very private and personal. And although he's opening himself up to criticism every time he opens his mouth about his personal life, that doesn't mean someone should criticize him for having struggled with addiction problems in the past. And now, onto his recent drama. Basically, Chris DM'd a bunch of the drama channels when his drama with Trisha happened, and although his initial DMs were always fairly inconspicuous, you can just tell he was trying to bait someone into making a video about him. I don't care that he did this. I think it was shady and weird, and if he DM'd me asking me to do that, I'd probably just delete his DM request, but my issue just comes from the fact that he's not owning up to it. I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with doing things for attention. There's times you can absolutely go too far with it, and I don't care for that behavior in other people, but more often than not, if you own up to something and admit that you screwed up, people are so willing to move on and look past it. It's also not bad to be a drama channel. I mean, for me, it's fun. I don't make videos all the time because drama can be toxic, and I get stressed fairly easily, but it's fun to indulge in once in a while. And I don't think that it's bad if he's morphing into a drama channel. Drama channels tend to get a lot of hits, so I don't see why it's so shameful and wrong for him to be in that community. I do think that he needs to, be responsible for himself and to take a step back if it's becoming toxic for him, but I don't think he should act like it's so bad to be in that community, you know? I appreciate that his channel initially started out with him talking about mental health because that's an important subject. I think it would actually be smart for him to capitalize on drama and use it to destigmatize mental illness and addiction and whatever else, and to own up to that. Also, there was a typo in my script and it took me 4 tries to read that without fixing it. Anyways, people struggle and people are always looking for tea, so why not? Why is it so bad? Why is he above everyone else because he claims he's not a drama channel? The TLDR of this is that I think he needs to hop off of his high horse and to take a step back and to reflect on the situation and maybe not to hash all of his problems out publicly. That's just my opinion. Anyways, like I said at the beginning of this video, the things I talk about here are my own personal opinion and are not intended to be presented as factual information. If you like the things I have to say, then feel free to subscribe to this channel, and feel free to leave any comments if you want to have a discussion. I'm in the process of creating a new Twitter account dedicated to this channel, so if that's something that interests any of you, I'll probably have a link to that posted within the next few days. And the next few days could range anywhere from actually the next few days to the next few months, so we will see. This has been Hot Takes, and I am out.